What's up, Dragon Brood? So today we are going to take a look at a Naya Winota list. And this was one that actually a lot of people seem to really enjoy, kind of pre-Kaldheim release. So we're going to try some new things here. We discovered some things on release day that we tried playing with that actually were really cool, I guess during the streamer early access event. So we're really going to throw that stuff in there and see if those lessons stick as people are starting to, I guess, narrow down the field for what they want to play. But before we do that, please remember, if you haven't liked this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because that helps me and helps you. But let's go take a look at this Naya Winota list and see how it differs compared to last season. Alright, so for this deck to work, you do have to have a fair amount of really small, low to the ground creatures you can get out early that also happen to not be humans, so if you do get Winota, you'll trigger it. However, we're playing this a little bit different, so we have more mana creatures to be able to cast our things that are 4 and 5 mana, and we can take advantage of those even if we don't get Winota, and giving us some other opportunity. So there's some actually neat things we're doing here, but starting at the top, we are playing Selfless Savior. Just a good quality all-around card. It's a 1/1 for 1, it can protect any other creature we want to, so it's not doing a ton of work, but when you get in those turns where you're kind of attacking in just to trigger the Winota, you can actually sacrifice this instead of giving up one of your other things, and then kind of keeping that whole train going. Also good protection against anything that just destroys all creatures. Usher of the Fallen, this is already showing up in a lot of lists, not a surprise. The card's just a good 2/1 for 1 with an upside. Gilded Goose and Jaspara Sentinel and Lotus Cobra, they're kind of like the early glue to get us from turn 1 or 2 up to 3 or 4 mana as fast as we want. There's a lot of things we could do here if that were to hit. For example, if you were to get a turn 1 Goose, you could theoretically play Open the Omen Path right into Winota the next turn, or a Haktos or whatever. Right? Not likely, but it is a thing that could happen. There's a lot of scenarios where you can do it on turn 4, whereas maybe you cast Goose and Jaspara Sentinel, or even like Sentinel followed by Cobra into something, and then the next turn you cast Omen Pass into Winota and then go for it. Or even Kinrith, for that matter, and then just give Kinrith haste and you attack with everything, right? That's another opportunity. So lots of cool things we're going to be able to do here, but there are 3 of the Open the Omen Pass. This card lets you get 2 mana, 2 different colors, and so 4 total, but you can use the other side to give all your creatures +1/+0, and it's an instant. So that is something to think about. You can use it 2 different ways in this list, and both sides are relevant. Playing 3 Basri's Lieutenant just as a little bit of defense and a good card to go get. Possibly should be 4 over one of these Haktos that we're playing 2 of. I can't really decide. Probably better, though, to have the Lieutenant in most cases. Playing 2 Asika's Chariot. And this is a card I think some people really undervalued, myself included. I thought it might have some play in a couple of decks, but this has been very good. Coming off of the early access event. We won a few games with this without even getting the Winota, because it was just, you know, they get rid of the board, you play one thing, you go ahead and get it in there, boom, if you have a token, you get to copy a token. Like, it's actually really, really good. So, big fan of that. Another thing, too, is that when it attacks, you create a token that's a copy of target token you control. So, if you're playing this in some other deck and maybe it's not a creature token, you could copy, like, I don't know, a treasure or a food or whatever. Like, that's a thing that's possible. So just something to think about for the future. Then, of course, we have 4 Winota, 2 Kinrith, which, you know, he just does all kinds of things. The other thing to remember, too, is because we have Jaspara, Sentinel, Goose, and Cobra, we can produce any color. So all the colors in Kinrith are live here, actually, all those abilities. Then we're playing 2 Maja, Betrogard, Protectors. So you can give our creatures +1/+1. You can make extra tokens. Big fans of that. For lands, we're just playing 3 plains, 2 mountains, 3 forests, full set of all the pathways, and 3 Fabled Passage. And the reason we're not doing any more Fabled Passages or any other, like, temples or anything like that, we're just trying to keep the number of tapped lands low, because we have so many 1 and 2 mana things that we're playing for setup. So that's just, in case you're wondering about that, if you want to make any changes to the deck. But otherwise, I think that's going to do it. Let's go hop into the arena, see what happens. Alright, we're back up. Unfortunately, we're going to have to mulligan this one. Don't have enough early action. Same with this one's going to get mulliganed again. Don't think this is going to let us do anything. This is the closest we have to normal, and it is also not great. Wow. I guess this is what we have to do. I mean, I just kept the Jaspara Sentinel because, like, if we have to, if something happens magically, we can Omen Paths into, like, Winota or some such. But that's not even a great plan. It's just a plan. I mean, I guess now we could play Kenrith if opportunity arose. But I doubt it's going to. Alright, opponent didn't... Alright, we'll get in there. They're probably just going to... cast the blue Omen, probably. I don't know. Let's see if this even flies. Yep. Alright, we're just going to have to ride Haktos for a couple of turns. It did bottom both cards. That's some good news. Get white, get red. Cast this duder. Alright, let's see what this does. Man, turn 3 Haktos isn't awful. We have a few ways this deck can make that happen. Unfortunately, that kills our Usher of the Fallen. And we have nothing with that in hand. End the turn. Just kept this in hand just because. I mean, the opponent's going to get to see it. I doubt they have anything that makes us discard. Is Haktos dead? Protection from everything but 3. I'm not sure what they would play for 3 to get rid of it. Well, that land would come into play tap, so we're not worried about that too much. Guess we attack with just Haktos, right? Because attacking with Sentinel could get got by Omen of the Sun? I mean, this seems like the best answer we have, so I mean, we're just going to keep on keeping on, I guess. And I guess we're protected from them playing, like, Doom Foretold next turn, because we can just sack the Sentinel. Yep, there's an Omen of the Sun, as planned. Alright, let's see what we can do. This is it. If they sweep the board or get an answer to Haktos, we're probably in trouble. Because we don't really have any haste creatures. Which, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe this deck needs... I mean, like a lot of decks that are playing red, maybe I can find space to squeeze in a couple of Goldspan Dragon. Because we can cast it pretty reliably in this list. We have the mana. Wow, is Haktos really going to end the opponent? It's looking that way, team. They are looking for answers. It looks like they have none. Archon will not do it. Alright. Well, Haktos it is. Alright, that was surprisingly easy. Our opponent is Obscurity. I don't know if that's done purposely or not. If that's like a meme, or if they don't know how to spell in obscurity. I don't know. That's so interesting. I feel like there's so much still in internet culture, for as much as I've seen everything and been around it. Like, there's still things in the corners that I don't know about. Alright, so here's an interesting thing, right? We may not even use the Omen Paths, depending on what we draw turn 3, because we could just play the land with Cobra, assuming it lives, and then just play Winota. But I don't know what we're up against, right? So we could just as well also play Cobra, it dies, we just play Winota straight up and see if the opponent gets anything, though that's not really worth much to us in all reality. Now see, now this is also interesting, right? Do we just run out? No, we don't. We don't. I was thinking we could just run out the Usher. But we'll do this, because this may at least force the opponent to make a play. And we can actually play a land, get white, cast Omen Paths, cast Winota, cast Usher. Like, that's another thing we could do. And we'll get one trigger off Winota, and that makes a thing. Then If Winota dies, we still have a couple reasonable creatures. If Winota lives, then we're in the bonus money. Alright, so none of that happens. All of that planning down the drain. Let's just do this then. Good news is the opponent is not playing the type of deck I thought they were playing initially. I thought maybe this might be a Snow Giants type deck or something, but this looks like to be something completely different. So, not too bad. Opponent's opting to do that there. Alright, I say we go for it. Because it's possible we could find the Bozer's Lieutenant, and that could save the Usher anyway. We're going to shock our Fallen. Yeah. Alright, well, we tried. They had the answers this game. Ooh, that's intriguing. We can set this to white. Do we just attack with this? They can turn that into a 4/4 though and just trade. That seems bad. Alright. Oh, we don't have double. We'd have to use this. Okay. That's fine. We weren't going to do anything else with it. Let's do red, red, white, white. Unless the opponent wishes to counter it. Because that's snow, yeah. Saw it coming, fair enough. Well, I guess now we can attack safer with Winota. Yep. Alright, well now they have all the land to make it into a full-size 4/4. Gadwick, alright. I guess that won't be happening unless they want to trade one of their things. How badly do we feel we're okay with that? Alright. Okay, well, they didn't double block. Okay. Let's see what else they have in hand then. We're still in this temporarily. Goldspan Dragon. Not cool. Not cool. So now they have access to 3 mana. Probably tapping the Usher or killing Winota here, I would imagine. Yep, that'll do. Oh, and that's a turn late. Alright, GG's. We got nothing. Don't love this hand, but we're going to keep it and just see what happens. I mean, I assume the goose is going to die, but we'll hope for the best after that. I would like to draw at least a white or a red. Oh, not that. That's definitely not what we wanted to draw. I was going to say a white land would be perfect, a red land would be bonus. That is neither thing. Alright, so they've got a Cobra. Oh, that sucks. This is not good. It's not good at all. Alright. Cobra's gonna go nuts. I'm trying to think of a best case scenario here, but I am having a hard time finding something. Okay, get their mana. Search for glory. Alright, go find a thing, which lets you go find nearly any card you want. A legend, a saga. Or, yeah, okay. Fair. Alright, we're gonna go get a white land. And then the only thing I'm hoping here is we draw one of our green creatures to go alongside this Usher. And, like I say, then we could get a lot of triggers with our Winota next turn. But, That doesn't even look like it's going to happen. Wow, this is just bad luck. Alright. Well, play a land. You can backside your Asika if you want to. They didn't backside the Asika. Why is that? Huh. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and try, right? I mean, what else are we going to do? Kill spell? No? Alright. We're in luck, I guess. Do I want to... Yeah, alright. That's about as good as we could have hoped for. And we get to keep both of our non-humans alive? Alright. That was definitely unexpected. Yeah, that's going to be a ball game. Wow. Okay. Oh. Nothing on the first one. Haktos on the second one. Yep, that's definitely GG's. Then we have an open paths. So, can't complain about that. Wow. Okay. We get to go first with this weird hand. We're definitely going to mulligan. That's not where our deck wants to be at all. Okay, here we go. Keep this, scrap that Omen Pass, and we'll just see what we can do. We'll try to set ourselves up for something neat on one of these later turns. Just not sure how best we're going to do it. Really the best draw for us here would be... Oh, I was about to say, actually would be Cobra. Look at that. I mean, now I still need the Cobra to live, but whatevs. It's a start. They're playing green and black. Alright, Cobra survives. Alright, what do we want to do here? So we can get red, white, play that. Or we could just get this. Save the... No, we probably want to crack the passage now. I think is what we want to do. Just to, again, just get stuff out of the deck. See if maybe we can turn this into something. And then we're going to go ahead and play this on the Goose. I'm actually willing to trade here, honestly. We don't need the mana anymore. I mean, the only way this matters is if we draw, like, I don't know, Haktos. Well, that's not true. Well, yeah, even Haktos wouldn't be the worst thing. I guess that's the only thing. Alright. That is not what we wanted to draw at all. So that doesn't make us feel good. That makes me feel bad in our tum-tum, let me tell you. Alright, well, we're going to get in there. See what the opponent wants to do about it. And they can potentially draw some cards here. Is that all we're doing? Alright, I'm fine with that. Now we're going to sack the Selfless Savior. Mostly because in the future turns, if they decide to double block like Father's Lieutenant, we could possibly get a 2-for-1 or something. I doubt it, but they might give it to us. No, we're definitely not going to get that now. Yep, that's a real issue. Alright, Winota. Where you at? Oh, wow. There you are. It's like I magically summoned her. Look at that. Well, I guess we're attacking with everybody. We will gladly take a Haktos. Do you want to take a Winota? Yeah, Mize. We're playing against an aggro deck, so... Opponent just says GG's. Alright. Is this the way they want to do it? So we could sack the Selfless Savior. Doesn't really do much, though. Yeah, exactly. These have indestructible, so... Yeah, might as well just sack this for that, right? They do get a card. And win the turn. Oh, actually, I should have played this, because they might be playing that discard elf. And it doesn't do us any good being in our hand. Alright, Herald Genasi Elves lets them get another thing back from their yard. Yep, that makes sense. Unfortunately, Canopy Tactician costs 4, so it will be able to block Haktos profitably this time. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we're going to keep this one. This looks pretty good. We can turn 1 Usher, turn 2 Cobra, maybe get us a Chariot out there. Should be all pretty safe. Getting double Omen Pass, not so good. Truthfully, we may only need 2 of these. Well, actually, I say that. We have so much mana and mana production that we just may not need them at all. Alright, so we're going to try to attack with this Usher of the Fall and see if we can bait a kill spell out of the opponents. Soaring Thought Thief. Okay, sure. I'm okay with that. Oh, they actually didn't even block. What? Okay. Yeah, they just realized that too. I was like, I was thinking maybe they thought we had some type of combat trick or something, but no. They just goofed. That's good for us, I suppose. Ooh, I was gonna play Chariot, but now that changes things. Alright, what's the most we could get? We could get 2 color mana here that we can use for whatever. And then we can get 3, but we have to use for a creature or an enchantment. So we can have 5 total. Oh, wow. Well, we need to Omen Pass if we want to play Haktos. That's the thing. So let's do this. Get red. I think we're just going to Omen Pass. I think is the correct answer. Red and white. And just hope it lands on the right number. Spin to win with Haktos. 4 is the right number. Okay, now the Omen Pass actually does have a little play here, since we have 2 2-power creatures and the opponent has 2 3-toughness creatures. There is a real chance that we use it to get the +1 and just pick off those creatures. Alright. Seems fair enough. Anything else you would like to do, opponent? I mean, this is a real race. I mean, we're going to take a couple of big hits here. So we do have to be a little bit careful. I don't think we're going to get this Chariot through here, unfortunately. I would love to, but I don't see that happening. So here we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the most mana we can get. Well, that's not true. We could get 1, 2, 3, turn this into 4. We'd have 7, but that doesn't help us because we need. Well, yeah, that doesn't really help our situation. All right. I guess we'll get red. Get red. Use. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I mean, they have to have a counter here, but I mean, we got to do what we can do. Yep. All right. I mean, if they have another Thought Thief, they just have it, you know? Killer Usher of the Fallen. Brazen Borrower. So the question becomes, do we want a creature token or not? I'm going to say no. Alright, opponent just takes 8. Which is actually kind of okay for us, I suppose. So now we know one of the cards in their hand is a Brazen Bar, which doesn't really equate to much here for us. Alright, down to 2 real cards. We're going to take some damage. Unfortunately, that's 7, so now they're set up for lethal. And we are not. So the only thing we can draw here really is Winota or not to win, and I think that's it. That is not Winota, so I'm pretty sure we're dead. Because I can't think of anything else we can do here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Nope. GG's. This would have been a great hand to go first with, but it's kind of a mediocre one to go second with. Alright, we'll try this out. Okay, well, I was about to yeah, I guess so. Go for it. Alright. I'll assume this is just going to die. I do think there's versions of this list where I was messing around with Bone Crushers in it. I probably need to go back to playing Bone Crusher Giants, honestly. It's just too reliable of a card to not play with. Too versatile. Ew. Dang it. What do we do with this? So we can Sentinel. Then play Goose, get a land next turn. I think that's what we'll do. Just because the Sentinel can block a Fervent Champ if we need to. If they kill the Sentinel, they kill the Sentinel. We're not that worried about it. Yeah, exactly. It keeps damage off of us, though, by them doing that, so we're actually okay with it. What do they discard? Alright. Here's where we're hoping things get good. I mean, they've been burning our stuff down, but we're still at 17, so that's good. Sooner or later, we're going to start seeing some real creatures here. Alright. We don't give up anything. I'm not going to block, just in case we don't get land. We may need it, this Goose, to make use of this Winota. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go get a mountain here. And we just found the land the hard way, which isn't bad because it means we can use this for Maja later, if it comes down to that. Alright, let's see what we find. Haktos. Big numbers. 2 is not what we wanted. 2 was not the number we were looking for. Alright, that's actually not bad for us. That's okay. I mean, they can block the robber next turn. Can't do anything about it. That's fine. Alright, well, we don't even have to spend this Omen Pass. Because we have green. Just need to play this on white. Alright, sure. We will... I mean, if they just want to trade for all of our things, are we okay with that? Double block Winota, block Robber on Haktos, and we just have Maja left? I mean, I guess that's fine? Who knows? We might just find another Winota here anyway. No, we just found another Maja and a Haktos. This does mean, though, we'd get a Haktos they can't necessarily kill this turn. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, let's do that. We'll keep this one. Interesting choice. Yeah, I don't think they realized it had Indestructible because I chose the second one. Yeah, I would have definitely blocked the other way to kill Winota for sure. I mean, it still would have been tough because you still have been dealing with like Haktos, Maja, and the Goose, but still. It's a hell of a lot easier. Just Bone Crush us. Alright. Well, you're not going to be able to stop Haktos. You're not going to be able to stop Winota. The goose is going to get a thing. Yeah. Definitely GG's. Okay, we're going to keepy. Let's see what we can do here. I think we're going to open with one of these first. Partly to see if we find another green source so we can try to keep some red and white available for Haktos. That did not happen, so we're going to do the only things we can do here. Let's go ahead and play a Sentinel. Play a Savior. And then we'll get in there. Then I guess if we want to, we could play Land Goose. We may just be attacking with double Savior here. Because it's not going to matter greatly. Yep, I think that's our plan. No trade for one of them, makes sense. Though, you know, actually, if I'd have left that open... 1, 2... No, it'd only been 3 more mana, so I wouldn't have done it. I was thinking there's a chance I could have played Goose and Haktos, but that doesn't really work out. If we get a land, we can play Kenrith and give things hasty here, and that'd be cool. You may play target snow permanent from your yard. Okay, sure. Alright, so we did find a land. We'll put this on... I guess red? I'm going to go with white. I don't know why. I'm going with white. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give Kenrith haste and get in there for 5. Or we could just play Haktos. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you know what? I'm going to do this. I think this is what we want. I mean, I think Kenrith is still dead, which is the only reason I hesitated. But figured, what the hell? I mean, we get 5 in. Maybe the opponent just taps down for their turn. I don't know. I mean, they may not have anything, and they decide to replay their Mire Triton, too. I mean, there's a lot of things that could transpire here. Alright, well, if that's all that's happening, we are excited about that. Because we have a Selfless Savior to protect Kenrith otherwise. So that's good news. Downside, they didn't play this out of their graveyard when they could have. Oh, no, it's not a snow permanent. Never mind. Alright, let's try this then. Counter for this? I would love it if you said no, opponent. Alright, they did say no. Moving to attackers. Things are about to go down, team. Yeah, you probably want to kill one of those if you can't kill the Winota. Heartless Act. We will protect... I don't know. I guess Winota? Oh, actually, you know what? Oh, that's a mistake. I should have tapped, and then I could have given Winota haste. It doesn't matter. I get 2 triggers this way, though. Alright, let's see what we hit. Basri's Lieutenants. I'll put that on Winota. Ah, crap. Well, never mind. We're just going to decline that one. Alright, let's see what the opponent gets here. They'll have access to 5 mana, potentially. And we no longer have a good way to protect our things. It does allow them to put a land into play tapped. I think that's it. Heartless Act of Kenrith, sure. I mean, I guess we could miss twice. I wouldn't bet on it, but, I mean, we can. Potentially. Oh, there's one. And there you go. Like I said, we can miss twice. That's a thing that can happen. I'm going to not play Haktos here, because they could have Blood in the Snow or something. Alright. I'm going to land back, put the land into play tapped. Alright. Well, alright. That was quite the interesting experiment. Actually, it worked out pretty well. There were some times, though, where you do get a little flooded on the front end. So what I think might actually be a good idea, and this may sound a little crazy, but where I mentioned possibly playing like a Goldspan Dragon or two, maybe being able to play that, so some turns you can just play Winota even though there's nothing to trigger her, but then you just play that afterwards. But there's also sometimes you can be able to play the dragon early, maybe let you play a couple things after, you can use the mana on a Kinrith. So, I don't know, I'm really going to think about it, because that and possibly finding space for Bonecrusher Giant back in the list could be good. I don't know if it's what we're looking for or not, but it's definitely something to consider. But as is, we still did some pretty powerful things. As it turns out, I think the way the deck's built now, because we have extra Kinrith and Haktos and Maja, maybe we don't need the cat car anymore, which is very unfortunate, because the cat car was actually pretty cool. I don't think we resolved it, or actually got it into play in this particular video, but still like it, so I'm not sure I'm going to cut it entirely. But I don't know, if you're looking for a way to play Winota, this is a good starting point. Also, for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Una's Blackguard. I think this card's a good example of how hype can really mislead people, because they saw this and oh, this is going to be the reason that Rogues is going to be good, and this is going to make Rogues a player in Historic and blah, blah, and it just wasn't. And I think people just got excited about it because it was a thing that pumped Rogues, but the truth is, there was still that inconsistency, with the just disparity in different abilities of what the cards wanted for Rogues at the time. And really, it took this previous set coming out, so you actually had enough Rogues that are working toward a common goal to make the deck playable. So just something to think about. Like, sometimes it makes sense. You kind of have to really take that extra deep dive to figure out why is the deck failing, and it wasn't because it didn't have a Rogue Lord, it's just because the cards didn't work together. As usual, if you haven't, please remember to like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and remember, if you want this deck list, or you want to visit any of my sponsors, or check me out on Facebook, on Twitch, or wherever else, all the links are in the description down below. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.